In our pursuit of a virtuous and tranquil life, we often focus on adopting the right habits and philosophies. However, there is another, equally crucial task: the removal of hidden vices and harmful habits that subtly pull us away from our highest potential. Epictetus once reflected on two particularly insidious obstacles: the lack of persistence and the lack of self-control. Persist and resist, he said, a simple mantra encapsulating the Stoic path to resilience. To persist is to tirelessly seek improvement even when the journey is arduous, while to resist is to turn away from that which would hinder our growth, breaking free from habits that hold us back. Before we begin, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could leave a like on this video. It helps us share these philosophical insights with more people. If you'd like to stay updated on future videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Here are 6 habits woven into the fabric of daily life, which we must examine and strive to eliminate if we wish to live a life of true peace and purpose. First, the careless wasting of time. We often lament how quickly life passes, yet live as though our days are endless, assuming there will always be time to achieve what we desire. Seneca, one of Stoicism's wisest voices, mused that many live without ever truly engaging in life. We fill our days with trivial distractions, spending precious hours on tasks that do not enrich us, delaying meaningful pursuits until some future moment that may never arrive. We must remember that time is the most precious asset we possess, more valuable than wealth or status, for it is finite and ever fleeting. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "You could leave life right now." This reflection should awaken us to the urgency of making the most of each day. To waste time is not merely a loss, it is a refusal to fully live. Only by valuing each hour can we begin to craft a life that is purposeful and intentional. Second, emotional attachment to past errors. The Stoics remind us that clinging to past mistakes or regrets serves no purpose other than to chain us to suffering. Mistakes are inevitable. They are the byproducts of human fallibility. While regret and guilt may have their place as teachers, prolonged fixation on them is unnecessary. Imagine carrying a heavy stone from one place to another, thinking it brings wisdom, only to find it burdens your steps. We must learn from our errors, but once that lesson is absorbed, the weight of regret must be released. As Marcus Aurelius teaches, it is through moving forward, rather than wallowing in the past, that we cultivate resilience and wisdom. There is no need to punish ourselves endlessly for human missteps. Life's journey is about progression, not perfection. So, what's one thing you've held onto emotionally that you're ready to let go of? Share in the comments. It might inspire someone else to release their own burdens. Third, the habit of procrastination. Procrastination is perhaps one of the most pervasive thieves of time and peace. "You could do something good today," wrote Marcus Aurelius, "but instead you choose to wait until tomorrow. This delay is a trap, a seductive illusion that there will always be more time, that somehow, tomorrow, we will feel more motivated, more prepared, more ready." Yet, when tomorrow arrives, the same hesitation persists, and the cycle repeats, leaving behind only the guilt of knowing we've delayed our best efforts. When we postpone tasks, our time is burdened by the knowledge of incomplete duties, diminishing our capacity to truly rest. The Stoic path demands we act with urgency and decisiveness. True rest can only come after we fulfill our obligations, and few things provide more satisfaction than completing what we set out to do at the moment we intended. Fourth, the subtle slavery to desires and impulses. Seneca reminds us that, while many claim to be free, most are bound by hidden chains to their own cravings and ambitions. He describes this as a voluntary servitude, a form of slavery more insidious than any imposed by external forces. We may be enslaved to lust, greed, ambition, or fear, each dictating our actions, clouding our judgment, and weakening our resolve. True freedom, the Stoics teach, lies in mastering one's mind and having control over one's inner world. Discipline becomes our liberator, allowing us to live a life guided by reason rather than reaction. Epictetus put it simply, "No man is free who is not a master of himself. To master oneself is to recognize these inner forces, understand their sway, and gradually loosen their grip. Only then can we claim the freedom to act with clarity and purpose." Are there any masters in your life that you'd like to free yourself from? Tell us below, and let's encourage each other on the path to true freedom. Fifth, the acceptance of mediocrity. Life presents countless opportunities for us to express excellence, yet many of us choose instead the path of mediocrity, content with doing just enough, but why settle for less when we are capable of more? The Stoic ethos calls for us to strive for the highest within us, to dedicate ourselves fully to whatever we undertake, whether in work, relationships, or personal growth. Excellence is not about external accolades or recognition. It is an internal commitment to bring forth our best effort, regardless of the outcome. Each task is an opportunity to test our dedication to virtue, and as the Stoics teach, the quality of our character lies not in success or failure, but in the sincerity of our efforts. Mediocrity robs us not only of fulfillment, but also of the potential to transform into our highest selves. Finally, the habit of surrendering to anxiety. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Today I escaped anxiety." Or no, I discarded it because it was within me. In my own perceptions, not outside, anxiety is a mental construct, a projection of our worries about an uncertain future. The Stoic approach to anxiety is not to deny its existence, but to understand its origins. Anxiety often stems from our judgments, our fear of outcomes beyond our control. But what is beyond our control should not disturb us. Only our response to life's challenges truly matters. Reflecting on the worst-case scenario can help us gain perspective, realizing that most fears are far less severe than we imagine. The Stoic approach is to prepare oneself to face all outcomes with equanimity, understanding that we have the strength to endure and the wisdom to adapt. Thus, in releasing the grip of anxiety, we reclaim our peace, not by changing our circumstances, but by altering our inner perceptions. As we look inward and examine these habits, let us ask ourselves which ones we can let go of and how we might replace them with virtues that strengthen and uplift us. To live the Stoic life is to strip away these encumbrances, building in their place a foundation of self-mastery, courage, and wisdom. Embrace each day as a chance to refine yourself, discarding what is unnecessary and nurturing what brings peace and resilience. In this way, we can walk the path of true freedom and fulfillment, one deliberate step at a time. Thank you for being here and for taking the time to explore these ideas with me. If you found value in this journey toward a more peaceful, purposeful life, please consider leaving a like and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Your insights might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you're not already part of our community, I invite you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Together, we're building a space dedicated to growth, resilience, and wisdom. Remember, each small change we make is a step toward a life of greater clarity and calm. Until next time, stay strong, stay true, and let's keep growing together.